Respected dignitaries of the dais, distinguished guests, faculty members, dear students, and all the enthusiastic participants, a very pleasant good morning to one and all. Education is the passport to the future, for tomorrow belongs to those who prepare for it today. With the quotes of Malcolm X, it gives me immense pleasure to welcome you all to the inaugural function of the National Level Technical Symposium, MITILENCE 2026, organized by Manakula Vinayagar Institute of Technology. Today is a celebration of innovation, creativity, and intellectual exchange where young minds come together to share ideas and explore the frontiers of technology. Let's now begin this auspicious occasion. When knowledge begins with gratitude, success follows with grace. To invoke the blessings of the Almighty for the success of this symposium, let's begin the program with the invocation. I request everyone to kindly rise for the invocation.
வாழ்வினில் செம்மையை செய்பவள் நீயே, மாண்புகள் நீயே, என் தமிழ் தாயே, வீழ்வாரை வீழாது காப்பவள் நீயே, வீரனின் வீரமும் வெற்றியும் நீயே, தாழ்ந்திடு நிலையினில் உன்னை விடுப்பேனோ, தமிழனின் நாளும் தலை குனிவேனோ, சூழ்ந்தின்பம் நல்கிடும் பைந்தமிழன்னாய், தோன்றுடல் நீருயிர் நான் மறப்பேனோ, செந்தமிழே உயிரே நருந்தேனே, செயலினை மூச்சினை உனக்களித்தேனே, நைந்தாயனில் நைந்து போகுமென் வாழ்வு, நன்னிலை உனக்கெனில் எனக்கும் தானே, முந்திய நாளினில் அறிவுமில்லாது மொய்த்தனன் மனிதரம் புதுப்புனல் மீது செந்தாமரை காடு பூத்தது போல, செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி, செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி, செழித்த என் தமிழே ஒளியே வாழி.
I request everyone to kindly remain standing for the SMV anthem.
students, volunteers, students coordinators for various events of MITILENCE. My dear students, I wish all of them the very best, and I hope that this event will be a very, very grand event this year.
A warm welcome is the first step toward meaningful collaboration. To extend a formal welcome to this August gathering, I request our Principal Sir, Dr. S. Malarkan, to deliver the welcome address.
Respected Chief Guest of today's program, Madam Sowmya Suresh, Vice President, HCL Technologies, Chennai. Our guest of honor, Mr. Suresh, sir is also from HCL. Coordinator, Dean Placements, Dean Academic, Dean Research, heads of various departments, faculty members, students, participants from other colleges, our students, participants, and the students of first year who are sitting here. A very, very warm good morning to everybody present here. It's my pleasure in welcoming our respected guest, chief guest and also guest of honor for the great program that we are having it today at our institution, that is MITILENCE 2026. So this is the event which we are conducting at our institution starting from the year 2010. So when we started this event in the year 2010, at the time we were having only 4 departments. Our college was a very small college with the number of students around 800 to 1000 at that time. Now the total strength, student strength in our institution is 3,150. So we have 9 departments in engineering, starting from EEE, ECE, Computer Science, IT. So 4 years back, we added up some new courses in our college. Then we have MBA department, Department of Management Studies, which is offering MBA program. And from last year onwards, we got approval for conducting BBA program. Then we started MCA department also, Department of Computer Applications also. So in that department, we are offering 2 courses, MCA and BCA. So this is for the kind information of the other participants who have come from other colleges, and also for the kind information of the guest who is very new to our place. Okay, madam has not come earlier to our institution. Then our Manakula Vinayagar group of institution, it's one of the biggest group in, I can say, southern India. Okay. So if you take 10 largest group of institutions in the southern region, ours is one among that. So the total number of students in our group is more than 25,000 students. We are offering more than 200 courses in all colleges in our group together. So the total number of employees in our group of institutions is more than 5,000. So this is the development that we are seeing in the last 25 years. Our trust was started in the year 1998. It was started with the first college, started in the year 1998, Milam Engineering College. Now the total number of institutions in our group is around 15. There are 15 institutions in our group, including the state private university started by our respected chairman 4 years back, Dashashila University near Dindivanam. So this is the small intro about our group. About our institution, ours is the third engineering college which was started by our management in the year 2008. Now we are in the 18th year. We are in the 18th year. So in the last 18 years, we have concentrated more towards academic, then infrastructure development, students development, faculty development, research, placements. So these are all the main parameters on which we are focusing. Almost in all the parameters we are excelling. So that's why we are standing at the top position among the private colleges in Pondicherry. So in the university level, our students are securing top ranks every batch, in every batch. And regarding placements, almost in all batches, we are able to produce 80 to 85% placements. Then in research, all the faculty members of our institution, they are, in addition to the academic focus, they are also focusing towards the research. And every year they are trying to bring out a good number of publications. In the last 3 years, the number of publications will be around 400 from our faculty and the students. Then the number of patents, so in the last 3 years, the number of design patent grant that our faculty members have received is 125 around. Then the total number of product patents we have applied is around 35. Out of 35 projects, 35 patents we have applied, 14 patents have been granted. Okay. Now we are moving towards the next stage. Okay, we are planning to commercialize all the patents that which have been granted for our institution. So this is our highlights about the R&D. Then about this event, MITILENCE, I need not say much about it. I think the coordinator of this MITILENCE will be briefing about what are all the various activities which will be covered in this event. Of course, some of the departments, the real competition has already been started. Okay, in the video, promo video, so every department, they created a video for highlighting the activities, the competitions that we are hosting in the department today. Okay, so every department, I think there are some coordinators and students team who have created that event. So over there on the display பண்ணும்போது அந்த ஒரு competitive spirit தெரிஞ்சது. Okay, so everybody want to show their video in a different way. Okay, so that itself is showing the competitive spirit all the students are having. Okay, so this is this MITILENCE is the technical symposium that we are conducting. It's of course like other events also. In other colleges also this kind of technical events are happening. I always insist our faculty and the students that in what way this event will be unique compared with the events which we are seeing it in the other colleges. Okay, so every college will conduct this technical symposium. So what is the uniqueness that we are going to show? So that is very important. So all these technical events which are being conducted in the colleges are meant for providing the platform for the students to showcase their knowledge on recent technologies, then application of knowledge, then something may be related to our skill improvement, skill development. Okay, so these are all the events which will definitely make us to think about what are all the recent advances which are happening in the technology, and what are all the ways by which these technologies can be utilized better. What are all the skills to be developed for making us to be placed in better position in our career. So I hope that the activities which each department is planning under this MITILENCE will be definitely helpful for getting aware of the new technologies, and also some students, you might have got unique skills. So definitely through that event you can showcase your unique skill. Then you can learn certain things. Okay. So I always insist our students that whatever is happening around us, from that we should try to learn certain things. That's very important, right? So we all should be very conscious. We all should be completely aware of what is happening around us, because each and everything which is happening around us will give us some lesson. Okay, definitely that lesson will be helpful at one point of time in our life to make us a very successful person. Okay, so I request all the participants, don't think that just for fun you have come here and you are taking part in that event. Okay, so when you take part in that event, after completion of the event, you should learn certain thing. You should have learned a certain thing. That's very important. So with that consciousness, you take part in all that events, and try to take away as much as possible from that event, whether it may be knowledge. I'm not talking about the prize that you are going to take away from this. Okay, right? The knowledge, then the enthusiasm, that the spirit. Okay, so these are all certain things which we can take it as positive things from all that events. I wish the organizers, the heads of various departments, faculty coordinators, the very best. Definitely today's event will be a very, very grand event. Another thing that usually in the inaugural function, there are so many other participants also will be there. So when we are talking from the stage, we see some students will be talking continuously. Today it is not there. Everybody is listening very seriously. So this is what expected from this. Okay. So keep it up till 4:30. You maintain complete decorum and very decent place in our, in various areas the competitions are planned. So in all that places you maintain very good silence and be a very disciplined person. It is not the fun. Of course, there are some events which are non-technical. There may be some fun events also. So you can enjoy. I don't say that you should not enjoy. You can enjoy within the limit. Okay, right. So I wish all of you the very best. The participants from the other colleges, you all already, many of the students, you might have visited our institution on earlier occasions. Okay, you be friendly with all the participants here, other participants, and the faculty, students, volunteers here. Try to learn and also try to give something for our students to learn. Okay, with this, I once again welcome all of you, the guests and all the participants here for the great event. Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir, for your inspiring words and a warm welcome. A guest brings prestige to the occasion and inspiration to the audience. It's a privilege to recognize and honor our guest. May I now request our beloved principal, sir, to honor our chief guest, Srimati Sowmya Suresh, Vice President, HCLTech, Chennai. Thank you, sir. May I now request Dr. Jayakumar, Dean Placement, to honor a special guest, Mr. Suresh. Thank you, sir. I now request Dr. Sivakumar, IT, Department of HOD, to honor a principal, sir. Thank you, sir. Innovation begins where curiosity meets opportunity. To present an overview of MITILENCE 2026, I request Dr. P. Shivakumar, Professor at Department of IT, Convener, MITILENCE 2026, to brief us about this National Level Technical Symposium.
Very good morning, one and all present here. Actually, it is give me immense pleasure to present the report of our National Level Technical Symposium, MITILENCE 26. Actually, we conduct this National Level Technical Symposium, MITILENCE, every year in the month of March. Anyone guess what is the name or meaning for MITILENCE? Actually, most of the students coming from other colleges as well as first year students also. Any guess from what is the meaning or stands for the MITILENCE? I think some of the old students, they know it very well. Yes, any guess? Actually, MIT MITILENCE, MIT Intelligence. Actually, we explore our students' intelligence in this particular technical symposium. That's why we coined the name of MITILENCE, MIT Intelligence. Then, so it has been proud tradition of our institution since in the year of 2010. This is our 17th year of celebration. Over the year, the MITILENCE has evolved into vibrant platform where students from various engineering disciplines come together to exhibit their technical knowledge, innovative thinking, and creative talents. The primary objective of this particular MITILENCE is to provide an opportunity for students to exchange their ideas, demonstrate the practical skills, and enhance their professional competency. So through such initiative, we strive to nurture innovation, collaboration, and leadership quality among young engineers. The MITILENCE has been jointly organized by all our UG engineering departments, Department of Computer Science and Engineering, Department of Information Technology, Department of Electronics and Communication Engineering, Department of Electrical and Electronics Engineering, Department of Mechanical Engineering, Department of CSE-ICB, Department of Artificial and Machine Learning, Department of Robotics and Automation, and Department of Food Technology. So in this year, the symposium features a wide range of technical events designed to encourage the analytical thinking and the problem-solving ability of our students and other college engineering students. So some of the major events like paper presentation, technical quiz, chatbot creation, animation contest, IoT project contest, circuit debugging, embedded C coding, sustainable coding competition, and mechanical minds, assembly and disassembly, AML promptathon, robotic competitions such as robo race and robo soccer, and product pitch and packaging design and poster presentation. Along with the technical competition, the several non-technical events also conducted, such as photography, short film, debate, quiz program, logo designing, treasure hunt, meme creation, and various fun-zone activity have been organized to encourage the creativity, teamwork, and communication skill among our students. We delighted to share that more than 400 students from various engineering colleges in and around Puducherry and Tamil Nadu have actually registered and are participating in this technical symposium. To encourage and recognize the talent of the participation, totally 1.5 lakh prize money has been announced for our various events in all over the department. The winner will be awarded cash prize and certificate. All the events are being evaluated by experienced faculty member and domain expert to ensure the fairness and quality assessment. Through this MITILENCE, we strongly believe the student will enhance the technical competency, develop the interdisciplinary collaboration, and build the confidence. Before I conclude, I would like to sincerely acknowledge to continuous support of our management, guidance of our respected principal, effect of our organizing and event committee members, and all the faculty, teaching and non-teaching coordinators, and energetic participation of our student volunteers whose collective collaboration has made this event possible. With this, I conclude my speech and wish all the participants a great success in an event ahead. Thank you.
Thank you, sir, for enlightening us about the vision and objectives of MITILENCE 2026. Technology is best when it brings people together and opens new possibilities. The moment we have all been eagerly waiting for us arrived. It's my privilege and great honor to invite our chief guest for today's inaugural function, Srimati Sowmya Suresh, Vice President, HCLTech, Chennai. With over 35 years of experience in the IT industry, she has successfully led global projects across diverse sectors such as telecom, servers and storage, and semiconductor industries, serving clients across the United States, Japan, and Europe. A certified PMP and Six Sigma Black Belt professional, she is widely recognized for a strong leadership, operational excellence, and commitment to delivering high customer satisfaction. In her current role at HCLTech, she also plays an important part in mentoring and guiding young engineering talent entering the industry. We are truly privileged to have such a distinguished industry leader with us today. Please join me in extending a warm welcome to our chief guest, Srimati Sowmya Suresh. Yes, wholeheartedly I invite Srimati Sowmya Suresh, Vice President, HCLTech, Chennai, to deliver the inaugural address.
Yeah, good morning all. It gives me a big privilege to be here to address the crowd, and thank you for the principal and the faculties and the professors here who have given me this opportunity to be part of this MITILENCE 2026. When I was looking at the video, one thing, I don't know about others, one thing which struck me was all of us will remember February 14th, right? Valentine's Day. I'm seeing a lot of smiles. So now you are all going to remember March 14th, which is MITILENCE 2026, right? So it is important, I know like our beloved principal mentioned, if you look at all the departments, it is very easy to have just the technical focus, the events, or a non-technical one. But why have they kept it together is something which it is a food for thought for all of us, right? If you take any corporate, while technical knowledge, competency plays an important, it is an important priority which we give. Equally important is the behavioral skills which we all will have to do it. It's easier nowadays. If you take your mobile, you can gain the entire knowledge. You don't need an infrastructure, you don't need anything, because studying from home, homeschooling is also becoming popular. But why are we conducting these kind of events is basically to bring together, which will help you to understand the leadership skills, the management skills, interpersonal skills, communication, networking, teamwork, which is more important in these days, right? I was listening to Jack Ma, and I popularly refer this quote. When he was asked in an interview, what is it the skill which an individual should possess, because the technologies are eating away the jobs. He answered to the student forum, try to possess or learn a skill which cannot be replaced by a human. So, which means human is the supremo, and we have all the technical skills. We are capable of acquiring all the skills, the technical skills and the behavioral skills. So, if you believe or if you fear a technology or a tool which you have developed is going to become a superpower and it is going to take control of you, then it is something, it cannot happen, right? So it is up to us to be confident, to believe in ourselves and upskill ourselves in an area which is unique and be abreast. So one of the key things which we all should believe is being relevant, right? So because the technology is something which is running past us so fast, changing, right? Morning there is a new thing, evening, afternoon. So what is it that we need to do is, one, we keep our ears and eyes open to understand what technology, which areas are growing, and also prepare ourselves. So you have to be ahead and you have to run and you have to upskill yourself while you are ahead in the game. So it's important to keep yourself relevant, be it a technology focus or on the managerial skills. With that, I was told to deliver a 30-minute speech. So I was not sure how much relevant I can be in the context of this young Gen Z kids. So I thought what we all, or most of you have a question. Okay, thanks, sir. So I was referring to this, thinking like all of us now there is a fear in the society. I would not call in the industry, in the society. So AI is something, is a monster which has come in. And is AI a boom or a myth for the college students? I thought this could be relevant in this context, and I can use this as a placeholder here to explain at least how we look at it from an industry perspective and how it is going to impact all of our lives, and is it really a myth or is it a boom? How we need to look at it. Let's quickly walk through without wasting much of the time. I have something curious which I will be talking about towards the end of the session, right? So one of the questions which we need to ask ourselves is, why this question matters and why are we talking about AI now? Is it really relevant? Because we all came here, we gathered here, we want to enjoy the technology, we want to enjoy the fun events, so what is it? But once you go out of this room and once you're participating, definitely all this, most of you would have used, presenting yourself and participating, right? Which was very visible in many of the promos which we saw, technically, advanced. So nowadays, if you look at this, AI is everywhere. ChatGPT, you would have seen, right? So I saw, while we were traveling, because of this gas crunches and, how do you cook without using a cylinder? Was some meme which was floating around. So anything and everything these days, do I need to wear this color dress? Right from there to what should you eat? So we possess a lot of intelligence. But what we are trying to do is we are thinking some other application or the phone which you have in your hand is much more intelligent than what you are. So we are trying to, instead of we trying to think, we are making the computers think. We are making the tools what we have developed to think on our behalf. So AI is everywhere. The phones, the apps, what we develop, the platforms. We have started using in our organization ChatGPTs, which is replacing the interviewers. So the fundamental interviews, what is being asked, is being done by the ChatGPTs. So students, you all keep hearing, I'm in the first year, so 3 more years to go. By the time I go, I reach the 3rd year, will there be a job for me, or will the AI be already taken up my job? Right? It's a question for everyone to ask. So, or is AI going to create new jobs? I remember our chairperson, Roshni Nadar, mentioning this when somebody asked the question to her, will AI replace the jobs? I think somebody is already searching a job in the mobile that side, right? So she was mentioning that AI is not going to replace the job, but we are using AI to enhance the skills for you to upgrade your technology and position yourself better in the job market. So the key message is which will help you to enhance yourself and upgrade yourself, right? And you have to use it as it should supplement what you already possess, and you should not allow it to replace you. That is the important summary you should have. You should not let others or AI replace you. So what exactly is AI then? So AI is a tool which you can use, which is basically a data set. The large language model which you would have seen, the LLM, the advanced model of it is the ChatGPT or the Gemini from the Google. There are multiple those kind of frameworks which are available. So basically AI is nothing but it is, you enter the data, it converts the data what you are entering into, it decodes, it does a fundamental thinking for you, and it keeps prompting for further questions because it has to give you the near matching answer what you are expecting, and it encodes again and gives you the answer. It's a simple, AI is nothing but it is a tool which you are using to, which you are, I would not even using, you are developing what humans have developed to help us, and it's not to replace us. So AI does not think like humans. AI works on the data which we have, and it helps us to provide us with a better outcome. So is AI a boom or a myth? How many of you in this room think AI is a boom? Can you all raise your hands? How many? I could see only one person at that too, sitting in the last row raising that it's a boom. Yeah, slowly I'm able to see the hands rising. Is AI a myth or a boom? How many of you think it is a boom? Most of you? Okay. I think there is some myth in that part of the room. So how many of you think AI is a myth? Why do you think that AI is a myth? Do you still believe that a machine can replace a human? And has ever a machine replaced a human? Tell me. It can never do so. Right? Only in the humans that can happen. As per the Tamil saying, Thai pattadi ettadi panja, magan 16 adi payavan, which means that is where the kids are much more intelligent and smarter than the earlier generation. So the humans can only beat the humans. Machine can never beat the humans, right? So why AI is a boom? When we all started off with the career, they used to tell there are two categories. There is a tester, there is a developer, and there will be some support roles, right? That was what we were also looking out from the corporation, from the corporate, which we were recruiting from the marketplace as well. But now if you look at it, when we come to any college, we don't recruit as a skill. When I say a skill, do you know Python? Do you know Core Java? We are not looking at it, but instead we are looking at, we are looking at posting jobs like we need data analyst. We need an automation expert. So which means it is more become a role which is a bundle of skills rather than a skill by itself. So that is the boom side of it. So if you look at it, we look at the new career paths which are emerging like the data analyst, the AI tester. If you have to test an AI, you have to become intelligent than that to test an AI, right? A prompt engineer. Prompt engineer is something which is a fundamental But this is the key for anyone, right? You have an AI tool, you have ChatGPT. Only if you ask the right questions, it will answer back. So prompt engineering is something which you all should possess to ask the right answers, right questions, and also the automation engineer, as I told. So what are all the augmented skills which we all should possess? The code assistance, the understanding of the code, and how do I build an intelligent system. So it is important you all look at AI as a boom, as a role, as a data analyst, as an AI and an automation, rather than looking at it as a threat. So what is the reality check at the bottom? AI rewards students who understand the fundamentals and adapts fast. So there are two things which I also highlighted at the beginning. It is important because something is there, I could see that, we look at the mobile and we answer the questions. That's no more going to be, that will be a threat. So it's important we all build the analytic skills within ourselves, number one. And number two, adaptability. If something is coming, instead of sitting and worrying, you have to learn it, understand it. The moment you understand it, you can easily break it. So two important things, understanding the fundamentals, and second one is adaptability. So what are all the common myths, right? AI, will it replace? You must be do I need to be an expert to survive? Is it cheating, shortcuts? Because we have seen cut, copy, paste, lot of plagiarism happening. So using the AI in an unethical way, right, will definitely be a myth. So it is one, we have to be genuine, and it has to be used in a disciplined and a professional way. It need not be AI, for that matter, anything. It has to be used in a more professional way for us to be successful. And the most important thing, the last bullet, is it applicable only for the CS students? No. I have a slide. It is applicable across all disciplines. It is not related only to computer science students. So truth, it replaces tasks, not thinking. So the difference is it only replaces the simple tasks and not the thinking. Creativity and accountability. Humans still possess the creativity and the thinking part, which we should build on, believe with confidence, and take it forward. How AI really impacts the freshers, right? As I told, when we also have build our own AI labs. We have our own AI customers which we work on. So what the corporate expects from a student is strong basics, like logical thinking. If there is a problem, you should be able to understand the problem first before even you can give a solution. Nowadays, what we are seeing is if there is a problem, they put it in the Alt AI, check the AI, check the ChatGPT and give a solution. It may give you a solution, but whether you will be able to explain the solution, decode the solution, what is the risk in adopting that solution, and if there is a risk, is there a plan B for the solution? All those you will not be able to do. So it is important that you look at the solution, understand the problem statement, and then arrive at a solution. And you also have multiple solutions and the risks which is involved, which will help you to understand the problem and the solution statement. So the important things, basics what we look at is the logical thinking is something we look at, problem solving and communication. When will you communicate? When you are confident on what you have done, when you are confident on what you have understood. If you are clear on what the problem is, you will be able to articulate. Communication plays a very important role in any of the interviews, in any of the things what we look at from in a corporate. We also have a lot of challenges in corporate. There are also a lot of failure projects what we do. When I say failure, stumbling blocks, but how do we communicate it back? How do we turn the table around and make it a success? That, and also working with customers who don't even see. See, you all have the luxury to meet your faculties and get things done and get things corrected. But we at corporate, we work with customers who are miles apart. They only look at it in the video for an hour or so. They only listen to us over the phone. With all that, how do we build that confidence and how do we communicate? Communicating success is easier. But communicating risk, communicating failure to a customer who has paid for us with the assumption that we will be delivering is very, very difficult. So that is where the confidence building and the communication part comes into picture. So it's important that the logical thinking and communication together is expected as a basics from any engineer, right? So the key insight what we look at is students who depend blindly on AI struggle more than those who use it smartly. When we go for interviews, campus interviews, we look at the ability of a person. We ask the question, right? Simple question. Each one of you can ask yourself, can you list down the top 3 strengths and top 3, I hate to tell this word weakness because I believe there is nothing as a weakness but area of focus. So can you tell, if I ask a question, tell me the top 3 strengths, all of us will be able to do that. If I ask the question, tell me the top 3 area of focus, we will struggle. In fact, people also struggle nowadays to list the top 3 strengths. Okay? But why? You cannot put it in the chat GPT and get that. You have to think. Right? So it is important that you know what are your strengths and what areas you need to focus on to become successful. Now, applicability of AI for students, I told this earlier also, is it applicable only for computer science? No. Computer science is a one area of it, but mechanical, predictive maintenance, simulation, you can look at all the examples, mechanical, ECE, civil, management, everything. It's a bundle. AI is a bundle and AI is not applicable only for computer science. Then you will ask the principal, so why are you kept something as a AI, ML department separately, right? So let me try to answer on his behalf. If you look at it as MBBS, first thing all of them do is general medicine. If you take engineering, first year we learn all the subjects. From second year onwards, we switch to the specifics. Similarly, in medicine, you are supposed to learn the fundamentals of medicine, general medicine for 4 years, then you do your master's, the PhD. So it's important that you first understand the fundamentals in your own discipline. So be it mechanical, ECE, civil or management. One of the projects which I would like to highlight which we have done was a pizza box for a Netherlands company, right? So it is a food industry, and what they wanted to do is they had 500 orders of installing a pizza box across Canada. So they will load the frozen pizzas, and we had to, based on the choices which are made, we were supposed to automate it to have a lever and have the pizzas, baked and then deliver it. So the combinations will be the toppings, and you all know the sizes, and you all have n number of variations in that. So we had our mechanical team, we had our electrical team, we had our embedded team work together, and the civil, because the box has to be in a specific shape for it to fit into the shelf which is being built for it. So even though it appears that it's a pizza box, it took us more than a year to deliver it, including robotics and all the disciplines and all the, we had to come together to build the pizza box. So it's important that nothing is a standalone and everything is an integrated, and so do AI. So just the takeaway here, it's a cross-domain enabler and not a single branch subject. So skills that make AI work for you, future-proof student skill sets for you all, core domain knowledge, of course, which you all learn during your 4 years. Data literacy, reading and interpreting data. Reading is not from the mobile, but you need to learn what a data is, what a data set is, and what an LLM is, how it is getting used, how a data needs to be interpreted, and what the data needs to be used for. The same data can be used in a hospital, can be used in an engineering college, and also can be used by the government. So who are the audience? How the data is going to be used? And of course, the most important thing is the sensitivity of the data and confidentiality, right? All data cannot be exposed to everyone. So data literacy, logical reasoning, ethical awareness, as I said, not to misuse, and communication and presentation skills are some of the fundamentals which will help you. So the golden rule, what you need to follow is AI plus human judgment is what is going to create the positive impact in all of us. How students should use it more as a learning aid, right? Not as a replacement for you. If an assignment is given, use it how you can enhance the assignment. Don't use it as a replacement, and just don't take a printout of what is coming out of the chat GPT and present it. Okay? Concept clarity, not copy paste. Understand, because of questions I've seen in the interviews, they will talk about the project, and the moment I ask the first question, they will be able to answer. The more you do deep dive, they will not be able to answer. Right? So it is important that you answer. The second one is, when a question is asked in the interview, you have to elaborately explain. This may be a simple concept, but I need not spend half hour in front of you to explain all this. Most of us know. But it is important that you spend the time and create the impact in the audience, right? People answering in 1 word and 2 words is not going to help you out. So it is important that you understand and explain at length. So the question to ask yourself, can I explain this without AI, right? So boom or the myth, as I said, hype is a perspective, reality is a myth, skill enhancement, job description, no, partially yes, because the basic things we also do, right? Automation. There is no testing, but we use automation tools to test. So the enhance, certain fundamental or basic jobs are being replaced by enhanced jobs, right? And career opportunity, of course, you all have a better career opportunity compared to all of us because we started from scratch. You are entering at a much matured level. So it is easier for you to go to the next level. So AI is a multiplier in that front. So what should you all do? Strengthen your fundamentals, learn AI, build projects with AI support. Don't use AI to build your project, but use it to strengthen your project what you have. Stay curious and don't be scared of AI, okay? Learn AI, how to use it, but don't think that if you don't even learn what AI is, the fear will be building on you. If you understand what it is, you can easily solve it. Anything for that matter, it need not be AI. So the future belongs to not those who fear AI, but not those who blindly depend on AI, but those who know when and how to use it. I stop here, and if there are any questions, thoughts, we can maybe another 5 minutes, 5-10 minutes, sir? Yeah. I told you I will tell something to you in the end, right? This entire presentation was developed by the chat GPT. I did not prepare even one single word, I did not even edit one single word in this. I did not even read this presentation. I just sent it to Dr. Jaykumar. But because we have the fundamentals, I was able to explain to you in front of it for 30 minutes. The reason why I am bringing this is not to brag myself, but understanding the fundamentals is important for you to explain any concept. That is what I wanted to highlight here. So I have used it as a tool, but I have not used it to replace me, right? That's the difference. I want you all who are sitting to be on this stage like us, develop your skills and be proud of yourself and be confident of yourself. Yeah. Go ahead and ask questions.
Ma'am, what will be the future of service-based companies in India? Because most of the service-based companies are focused on code reviews, code maintenance and testing. And right now, tools like Cloud Anthropic, Cloudwork are doing the software testing and things. So what will be the future of service-based industries, ma'am?
See, gone are those, kindly sit down please. So gone are those days where we call ourselves as a service-based industry. Because services, as I articulated, coding, developing and testing are gone, right? It is more of a engineering and R&D kind of a work where we have matured ourselves with. So, as I told, the fundamental testing might have gone away. For example, I'll give you a small example for you to explain, right? When I started off with, I was working with the telecom giant Cisco, right? There used to be regression testing. Regression testing means there will be test cases given, we used to test it for 2.5 days. Now, what we are doing is we are just taking half hour and delivering the code. But so what is the difference? When it goes to the field, when it gets when the executable or the application gets implemented in the field, there will be lot of initial glitches which will come. Initial workaround you have to give, which an expert only can give. Right? So the jobs, instead of looking at a fundamental testing, where we look at the test cases and test, we have built automation test suites, which we call a bundle of test cases, which will give an assurance to the customer that the moment you put the executable or the application into your instrument, it will not fail for the first 15 days. Right? So those might have maturity on the testing. Stability of the product is what we are trying to build. So that's why I said the fundamental testing, we have offloaded it for better efficiency. And then we have matured ourselves to the next level to give guidance and to improve the efficiency and the stability of the products, right? One another example of the work which we did was, we worked for a company called You All Can Search, which is Universal Robots, which is in Netherlands again, which builds arms, robot arms, right? So what is it, how is it being used? The McDonald's, for example, where every day the humans mix milk and sugar and what are the ingredients to prepare the cup of coffee or the juices, right? So the wear and tear and the tiredness and the fatigueness for the humans, those kind of mundane jobs are being taken over, and these robots are now being built and they are able to deliver it fantastically on time. Similarly, automation industry, right? The assembly line programming, all this are being taken up. But to ensure that it works properly, those are the areas like the embedded software which we build. Embedded is the future for you. And the C#.NET, which will help you to build the application, right? And ensure that it is more stable. Those are the areas which is going to be the future. Thank you. Yes, please.
Good morning, ma'am.
Yeah, good morning, sir.
So, before asking my question, this was a very wonderful session because in the beginning I had a question, but the next slide answers it. and I changed my question, and the next slide answers it. So it was really a wonderful session. So I want to appreciate it, ma'am.
Thank you.
Yeah, ma'am. So what was my question is, so you have explained us what do you look for in a fresher. So what are the common mistakes that the freshers make in the current market so that we could rectify those mistakes? So what are the 2 or 3 mistakes that most freshers make now?
You can sit down.
Thank you.
I want the group here to answer that question, right? Can you all tell what are 2-3 mistakes? I wouldn't call it as mistakes. What you all think you have to do differently? Anyone can speak. It is not gender specific, okay? Even female talents can speak. What are all the gender things which you do differently? Anyone? No mistakes, everything is positive, rosy, from your perspective, right? So how do we look at it from our perspective is the question. The dependency on the AI or the dependency on the ChatGPT or the applications to deliver is something which at least we look at it as I wouldn't say it is incorrect, but a different way. Because you are, as I was articulating, you are allowing the machine to think on your behalf. So you are losing out on your analytical skills, right? That is the important thing which I would say. The second and foremost thing is communication. It's a classic example right now. The entire auditorium was silent when a question was asked. What does that mean? One, you think, why should I answer the silly question? Number 2, fear of failure. What will the other person think if I ask this question? Is this the right question to ask? Will somebody giggle at me if I ask this question? It can be any of these. But in our era, we never had all this. We used to ask any question, right? Any question, be open to ask. So that is the second observation at least we have. I would only call it as an observation, okay? It is not a judgment against anyone, right? That is the second thing, communication or whatever it is, right? Whichever way you want to think. So these are 2 major things at least I could think of, which, and when we look at somebody, this generation, it appears people are thinking too much. We don't know whether they are really thinking too much or whether they are lost in thoughts. Okay, so that is the third important thing, because unless you communicate what you are telling, unless you are able to articulate your problem statement, unless you are able to clarify anything, it will be very difficult to understand. And so what is in it? You are only isolating yourself. That would be, at least my viewpoint. So what are the areas? Communication, technical, analytical skills is what I could think at this point. Any other questions?
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
First of all, thank you for your wonderful presentation. As you said, AI is evolving rapidly. From Netflix recommendations to self-driven cars, AI is playing an important role in our day-to-day life. So as students, what balance should we maintain in learning the core fundamentals and recent technologies like AI and other things?
See, the fundamentals, sit down please. The fundamentals is something which is not going to change. So it is important that you all learn the fundamentals, right? Whether it is required or not, the fundamentals has to be learnt. And the second one is, you also need to learn how you can apply the fundamentals, right? So those are the 2 important things which you all should learn. Being the first year and the second year students, it's important that you have the best of faculties in this room. It is important that you understand, learn the fundamentals, spend the time to understand the core engineering, what we call, has to be learned. The moment you build the base, it is easier for you to get to the next level. The second one, as I articulated, any tool, any application, you have to use only as a supplement. You should not use it as a replacement. That should be the aim you should have. Simple thing, even in cooking, right? Nowadays, from what used to be the fundamental cooking at home, we started using equipments as a supplement, and today it has been replaced. So we order and Swiggy, food comes home. So with the war challenge, gas is not there, people are stuck. It's a classic example, right? So where we were equipped with ourselves, we used equipment as a supplement, and today we have allowed it to dominate us, to replace us, which has led us into a challenge. Right? It's a classic living example which you should all look at. Yes, please, next question.
Good
Yes,
morning.
please. Good morning.
Thank you for your wonderful.
I think as time is up, I know, it's going to be lunchtime. Yeah, go ahead.
With AI automating many tasks, what skills do engineers like us should possess in the next 5 to 10 years?
5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
Sit
to
down.
stay in this IT field.
Sit down, please. So, when you all were in 10th standard or 12th standard, no, I suppose you are all the first year grads, you would have heard about cybersecurity, cloud, right? While you were thinking what the cloud is it the cloud what we see in the sky or this cloud is different? Very soon AI has come in. Before that, you would have heard, when you were in 8th or 9th, you would have heard something called as a big data. Right? So what is all this? The moment, before even I can understand BIG, the cloud computing came in, and before even I could understand what cloud computing is, you are able to see the next era of AI. So, 10 years, you ask me, is a very long shot. 5 years itself is a long shot. 3 years seem to be a near future for me at this point, because with the pace the technology is improving, developing, it is important for us to stay relevant. When I say relevant, your colleague was asking me, what is the skill, right? The basic of fundamental skills, you have to understand, you be strong at it. The second one, understand a domain, identify a domain which is of your interest. An autonomous car, automobile could be our interest, medical could be our interest. Understand a domain. When I say a domain are areas which can never change. Automobiles cannot change, but automobile can be enhanced. Medicines, hospitals will not go away, but enhancements to medicine and technology will come. So it's important that understand the core fundamentals of engineering, identify a domain and try to excel on it. You will be able to be ahead in the technology and keep learning. Spend your time understanding what is happening, participate in these kind of events, and as the principal highlighted, anywhere you are present, any meeting you go, any event, what is the takeaway for me? What is in it for me? What is the value? Because you all are spending your valuable time here, right? All of us have, all the time for all of us is valuable. It is important. So why do you want to waste your time coming and idling and roaming around? It is important that any event, any place where you are, there is a takeaway for me. There should be what is the value in it. So it is not one way. It has to be both ways. What is in it for me and what am I going to give to others? So look at it both ways, and any event, any place, it will be more meaningful for you, and end of the day, it will be more satisfying for you. With that, I think I'll end. Thank you.
Thank you, madam, for your motivating and thought-provoking words of boom and myth of AI. It was a wonderful and impactful session. Thank you, ma'am. Now it's time to announce the remarkable achievement of our students. We are excited to present PaperX, an AI-powered learning platform developed to make studying smarter and more structured for students. Let's take a quick look at its introduction launch journey. Let's have a video about the achievements.
Hi guys, let me ask you one thing. எக்ஸாம் வரும்போது நம்ம என்ன பண்ணுறோம்? கூகுளில் 10 tabs ஓப்பன், யூடியூப்பில் 5 வீடியோஸ் ஹாஃப் பார்த்து, சாட் ஜிபிடி டவுட் கேட்டால் அதுவும் கொஞ்சம் கரெக்ட், கொஞ்சம் கன்ஃபியூஷன். At last, brain ஃபுல்லாக ஹேங். And that's exactly why PaperX was created. PaperXல என்ன ஸ்பெஷல்னா, இது ரேண்டம் இன்டர்நெட் நோட்ஸ் இல்லை, வெரிஃபைட் சோர்சஸ்லேருந்து எடுத்த எக்ஸாமுக்கு தேவையான கண்டென்ட் மட்டும். ஒரு டாபிக் புரியலனா லாங் தியரி படிக்க போர் அடிக்கும்ல, பட் PaperX gives you mind map, simple animations and related YouTube videos. So instead of searching everywhere, PaperX becomes your one study place. So next exam ku tension irukadinga. Just open PaperX, pick your topic and start learning smart and not hard. To know more, do visit paperx.tech.
Now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Magesh.
I request Kadirvel, who's maybe the guy behind this particular PaperX, to have few words about this, explain a few words about this particular platform, please.
Good morning, everyone. Myself, I'm Kadirvel. Actually, I'm from MITILENCE department. The app which I launched is called PaperX. This is an next learning platform for all the students right now. All the students, the problem which we face is learning the right source learning the right notes from the right sources, and all the notes are scattered, not in same place. And the next step is that what we do is that we learn theory. We're not actually consuming knowledge. So I have thought, what if we could focus on outcome-based learning? That's why we have launched a platform that not only gives you notes for the exams, but also everything from interactive learning, quizzes, flashcards, mind maps, and everything. So students, kindly please try our app. And I know that in the even SEM, we have got a lot of competitions and things. So, and it's also time for exams. So just try it out. Thank you.
Thank you, Kadirvel. Now it's my pleasure to introduce Mr. Magesh T, third year B section student from AML department, who has brought pride to our institution. He has been selected among the world level top 30 finalists in the prestigious TCS Code Vita session, 13 competition, and also received an appreciation certificate from our respected principal for this outstanding achievement. Let us congratulate him for this remarkable accomplishment and wish him many more success in the future. Let's have a video.
We are proud to announce that Mahesh T, a third-year student from AML department at Manakula Vinayagar Institute of Technology, has been awarded for securing a global top 25 rank in the international competition TCS Code Vita Season 13. The grand finale of this prestigious event was held last week in Mumbai, where talented programmers from around the world competed. Mahesh's outstanding performance and exceptional coding skills have brought great pride to our institution. Let us congratulate him on this remarkable achievement.
Hearty congratulations. I request our chief guest, along with our beloved principal, sir, to hand over the appreciation certificate to Mr. Magesh. And also I request AML HOD, sir, and the department faculty members to join with them. Thank you, sir. Thank you, ma'am.
So guys, this is one of the proudest moment of MIT. Okay, this is the first time, even in the South India, one of the student from South India, that is from MIT, third year AML students, getting into the global, that is international level, top 25 la poi. Okay, in Bombay, this event has been conducted by TCS, and including China, Japan, everybody's participated. And we are happy and proud that in this international contest, our third year AML students has got an opportunity because of this coding skill. He's got a top 25 position. Again, he deserves a big round of applause, please. And this Code Vita is a flagship event of TCS, which they conduct every year. I can say for the past 2 decades, they're conducting this particular event. And from MIT, we never miss out this competition, okay? All MITians, every one of them will register for this competition and will try to get into top 100 or 500 or something like that. This is the first time, and our student has got into top 25, and we are, it's one of the proudest moments. Thank you, Magesh. Best wishes for your future endeavors. And I hope all the credit goes to the team behind him, Rajabharat sir, the competition head, and head of the Department of AML, along with a competition team as well as the staffs behind them. They also deserve a big round of applause, the whole team of AML. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Recognition is the greatest motivation for continued excellence. To acknowledge the dedicated efforts behind organizing this symposium, we will now proceed with the shield distribution ceremony. May I request the dignitaries on the dais to kindly distribute the shields to the following coordinators and contributors. Let me call upon Mr. R. Sadish Kumar, Assistant Professor, CSE. Mr. S. Uday Shankar, Assistant Professor, IT. Mr. V. Rajesh, Assistant Professor, ECE. Mr. J. Vijay Raghavan, Assistant Professor, EEE. A great round of applause, please. Mr. S. Ganesh Kumar, Assistant Professor, Mechanical Department. Dr. V. Govindan, Associate Professor, Robotics and Automation. Mr. V. Kumaraguru, Assistant Professor, CSC ICB. Mrs. S.K. Sugunagam, Assistant Professor, AML Department. Dr. T. Radhika, Assistant Professor, Food Technology. Eventually, without his efforts, nothing will be happen. Dr. P. Sivakumar, Professor and Head, Convener, MITILENCE. Great round of applause, please. Thank you, sir. As a token of gratitude, I request a beloved principal, sir, to hand over a small thanksgiving appreciation to our chief guest. Thanksgiving art. Thanksgiving art. Please, big round of applause, please.
Batma Sri, and she also deserves a big round of applause. She's been engaged in some department activity, ma'am. She wasn't able to come. I'll ask her to come and meet you, ma'am, after that.
Thank you, sir. Gratitude is the memory of the heart. To propose the vote of thanks, I request Dr. N. Jayakumar, Dean Placement, to deliver the vote of thanks.
Very good morning, everyone, and it's my privilege to give vote of thanks on this August occasion, MITILENCE 2026. First, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to our management for all-round support in making this particular MITILENCE 2026 a grand success. Next, I'd like to extend my sincere thanks to our chief guest of today's morning, Srimati Sowmya Suresh, ma'am, Vice President, HCL. Thank you for accepting a request and being here and delivered a wonderful lecture, very insightful lecture on AI, ma'am. And maybe big round of applause for ma'am for engaging us productively on and giving a lot of insights about AI. Thank you, ma'am. Next, I'd like to thank Suresh, sir, being a special guest. Thank you for your presence, sir. Thank you so much. Next, I'd like to extend sincere thanks to our beloved principal for being a great moral support for all of us in making MITILENCE 2026 a grand success. Thank you so much, sir. Next, I'd like to thank all the deans, HODs for being here and gracing the occasion. Um, Next, I'd like to thank all the staff, MITILENCE staff coordinators. They have been got honored. And hope you guys, MITILENCE is not 1 or 2 days event. It's one of the flagship event, which I told you, it's been completely driven by students. But there'll be one particular staff from each department as a coordinator for MITILENCE. Okay, works for about more than a month's time. They are the one who came and they have been honored here. The big round of applause for all the staff coordinators of all the departments for their effort in making this MITILENCE possible. And if you can, guys, maybe if you have time, like after this particular inaugural, you can take time to just go around your department. You can able to see the kind of efforts taken by your seniors. They have been working to make this particular event or the kind of decoration or event management till early morning. They are here and they made wonderful arrangements to ensure that they are properly engaging all the outside people possible. Next, I'd like to thank the cultural team members headed by Valli ma'am, Priya ma'am. Usually காலேஜில் பார்த்தீங்கன்னா ஒரு ஈவெண்ட்டுக்கு ஒரு ஃப்ளாஷ் மாப் தான் நடக்கும் பட் this is one event where we had 3 flash mob happen though we have certain interruption in between. And all the students are gathered and we had a great flash mob started. Hope you know because of small interruption we couldn't not possible. But all the students again stayed back. They came back strongly within a hard time and with the in the presence of beloved principal we were able to grandly launch MITILENCE 2026 2 days back. Okay, that day we had 2 flash mob. Again yesterday also we had 2 flash mob. Again, proudly say, MITILENCE is the only event where we had 3 flash mobs, which has really made MITILENCE 2026 a grand gala event. Next, I like to thank the sponsors. You can able to see this event is not possible because of the kind of support given by a lot of sponsors, different departments, got sponsors from different people. Thank you so much for all the sponsors. And next, I'd like to thank the first year staff members and all the first year students for being a great audience for today morning. As principal sir said, the kind of discipline you maintain till 10 o'clock till now, it's a great professionalism you have shown. Thank you so much for being a great audience today. And I'd like to thank all the people who have been behind this grand success of this MITILENCE 2026. I'll also thank the Almighty for making this MITILENCE possible. Okay, thank you so much everyone.
Thank you, sir. National Anthem.